Get ready to be blown away by some seriously massive machines. While we're used to thinking about giant ships and planes as the biggest vehicles out there, believe it or not, land-based behemoths can give them a run for their money too. Today, we're counting down the top 15 gigantic land vehicles that will leave you speechless. From number 15, meet the Letourneau L2350 This earth mover is often crowned as one of the world's largest, and trust us, it's no lightweight. The Letourneau L2350 is an engineering marvel, capable of hauling an astonishing 70 tons of material. That's equivalent to a whopping 30 cars. Its sheer size and strength are mind-boggling. It tips the scales at a massive 235 tons, stands tall at 4 meters high and 1.5 meters wide, and boasts a gigantic bucket that can hold the same amount as 5 standard dump trucks. Powering this beast is an enormous 16-cylinder diesel engine, pumping out a staggering 2,300 horsepower to move it along. And when it's time to refuel, this monster requires a massive 4,000 liters of diesel. Now, let's shift gears and head to number 14 on our list, a record-breaking train that made headlines around the world. Get ready to witness some serious industrial dominance. The world's longest train, stretching an incredible 7.29 kilometers, rolled out of the Yandi mine in Western Australia and into Port Hedland, hauling a massive 82,000 metric tons of iron ore. That's like moving 400 iconic statues of liberty at once. This behemoth required a fleet of 682 cars and 8 powerful General Electric diesel locomotives to keep it chugging along. The total gross weight was a staggering 99,800 metric tons, making this train a marvel of engineering. And if you think that's impressive, just imagine driving this massive train for an astonishing 273 kilometers. No wonder this record made headlines worldwide. Now, let's shift gears and head to number 13, where we'll meet the Caterpillar 797B, a mining monster with some serious bragging rights of its own. Buckle up, folks. If you're working in a massive mine, chances are you've crossed paths with the Caterpillar 797B, one of the most epic machines on 4 wheels. This gargantuan truck tips the scales at an astonishing 623 tons and stands tall at 15 meters, which is equivalent to stacking 3 giraffes on top of each other. Weighing in at a whopping 100 African elephants combined, this beast is no joke. Powered by an insane 3,700 horsepower engine, the Caterpillar 797B can haul loads of up to 360 tons. That's like filling its cargo bed with 15 school buses. This mining monster is truly unstoppable, and it's about time we give it the respect it deserves. Let's dive into the details. Those massive Caterpillar 797Bs don't come cheap. Each one costs around $5 million, and refueling this giant can set you back a staggering $1,000 at current gas prices. It's clear that owning one of these behemoths is a costly affair, both for the rocks in the mines they operate on and the mine owners' wallets. Now, let's move on to number 12 on our list, the Terex RH400. This incredible machine has made it big not just in the mining world, but also on the silver screen. Built by the renowned company Terex, this excavator is a game-changer in mines where miners need to dig deep for high-value deposits. The Terex RH400 plays a crucial role in moving massive amounts of dirt and rock material to uncover hidden treasures. It's an unsung hero of the mining industry. Get ready to be awestruck by the Terex RH400. This industrial giant measures an incredible 11 meters long and 10 meters tall. But it's not just its size that makes it impressive. Weighing a whopping 900 tons and packing a massive 50 cubic meter bucket capacity, this excavator is built for heavy-duty mining action. To handle all that bulk, the RH400 boasts an incredibly powerful 16-cylinder engine pumping out 4,500 horsepower. Talk about raw strength. And with its staggering 16,000-liter fuel tank, it can keep going all day long. But what really puts this machine in a league of its own is its Hollywood debut as the Decepticon scavenger in Transformers, proof that even the most extreme mining machines can shine on the big screen. Let's move on to number 11 and see what makes the American Dream so special. Imagine riding in style like never before. Welcome to the American Dream Limo. This jaw-dropping vehicle is not your average stretch limousine. In fact, it's almost as long as a football field, clocking in at just under 30 meters. That's around 10 times bigger than your standard luxury ride. Step inside and you'll be amazed by the sheer amount of space. It can fit an astonishing 75 passengers, and trust us, they won't be cramped for amenities. This incredible limo comes loaded with wild features like a full-size water bed, a mini swimming pool with diving board, a hot tub, a bathtub, and even a mini golf course. You'll also find multiple TVs, a fridge, and yes, you read that right, a helipad. It's the ultimate indulgence created by J. Orberg in 1986 using 6 stacked Eldorado limousines. Although it's had some updates over the years, its retro charm from the 70s and 80s remains intact. If I ever got the chance to ride inside this showstopper, I wouldn't hesitate. How about you? Get ready to roll out with NASA's gigantic movers, the crawler transporters. These massive beasts are the unsung heroes of space missions, tasked with carrying humongous rockets and spaceships from construction to launch sites without a single bump or scratch. Imagine moving an object worth millions, if not billions, of dollars across the ground. It's no easy feat. To tackle this challenge, NASA built 2 crawler transporters, affectionately known as Hans and Franz, back in 1960, 5 at a whopping cost of $1 million each. That's around $110 million today. These industrial giants measure an astonishing 40 meters in length, 35 meters in width, and over 6 meters in height. That's roughly the size of a city block. Their mission is to move these massive spacecraft with precision and care, ensuring they remain intact until liftoff. Let's take a moment to appreciate these incredible machines that play such a vital, yet often overlooked role in NASA's space exploration endeavors. Let's shift gears and rev up our engines with the largest movers on Earth, NASA's crawler transporters. When these behemoths rolled off the production line in 1965, they claimed the title of the world's biggest self-propelled land vehicles. Each one was a marvel of engineering, designed to carry the heaviest loads with precision and care. Fast forward to the Space Shuttle era, Hans and Franz became an integral part of NASA's operation, transporting these iconic spacecraft from construction to launch sites between 1981 and 2011. It wasn't just about pulling a lever. It took an entire team of 30 highly skilled engineers, technicians, and drivers to get the job done. Now, let's picture this complex operation unfolding with precision. That's what made using these crawlers such a mission in itself. Given their immense importance to NASA's space program, don't expect these industrial giants to be replaced anytime soon. These incredible machines have earned their place as unsung heroes of space exploration. Stay tuned for the next mind-blowing piece of engineering. Get ready for the most epic digger you've ever laid eyes on. Meet the Bagger 288, an engineering marvel from German company Krupp. This massive bucket wheel excavator is not just any machine. It's a game changer in strip mining, a technique that clears out entire surface areas in search of coal. Commissioned by Rheinbronn, this colossal device has made waves with its sheer scale and impressive capabilities. Despite costing over $100 million to build, the Bagger 288 more than pays for itself. It can excavate an astonishing 220,000 tons of coal overburden daily, which translates to 2,400 coal wagons rolling off the tracks. To put that into perspective, imagine digging a football field 30 meters deep. It's a staggering feat. Let's dive deeper into what makes the Bagger 288 a powerhouse. Its impressive digging head, spanning an enormous 21 meters in diameter, this beast boasts an arsenal of 18 giant buckets, each capable of holding a staggering 6.6 cubic meters of material. As it digs, the excavator stretches out over 220 meters long and rises to an incredible height of 96 meters, all thanks to its robust structure. This industrial giant's massive operation churns out an unprecedented amount of coal, making it the world's largest coal transportation operation. We're talking thousands of trucks on German roads daily, pumping millions into the economy. While not built for mobility, the Bagger 288 is a testament to human ingenuity, and its impact is felt far beyond its stationary location. Now, let's take off in a completely different direction. Get ready for a converted jet that's as luxurious as it is enormous. Fasten your seatbelts as we take you on a wild ride. Meet the Boeing 727 jet limo, a true showstopper created by Vaca Limousines in Mexico back in 2004. This extraordinary vehicle is essentially half of a plane, minus its wings and tail, cleverly combined with a Mercedes bus. Imagine being able to cruise around in luxury, knowing you're behind the wheel of a street-legal 16-meter-long, 22-ton behemoth capable of hitting speeds of up to 200 kilometers an hour, all for just 1,000 every 3 hours. But that's not all. Step inside and discover a luxurious oasis on wheels. This Boeing 727 jet limo boasts an incredible capacity for 40 passengers, complete with a sunken lounge and living room, a massive TV, fully stocked bar, and even a fireplace to cozy up by. After its brief stint as a rental oddity, this one-of-a-kind vehicle found a new home on eBay in 2007 when it was snagged by Limo Bob for $175,000. Now, if you're feeling like a high roller, you can rent it out in LA for a cool $100,000 per month. Or, if you've got 7 figures burning a hole in your pocket, Limo Bob is willing to let it go for a whopping $1 million. Coming in at number 7, meet Bigfoot 5, the behemoth of monster trucks. While all these massive vehicles can pull off insane stunts like front flips and giant jumps, Bigfoot takes the cake for sheer size. But its enormity wasn't always planned. It all started back in 1979 when Bob Chandler transformed his Ford F-250 pickup into a force to be reckoned with. By '79, the truck had undergone such extreme modifications that it became the world's first ever monster truck, paving the way for the likes of Gravedigger and Snake-a-Bite. Now, let's talk size. We're talking ginormous. Bigfoot 5 stands at an incredible 4.6 meters long, with tires towering over us all at a whopping 3 meters tall. That's as big as a small car. But what really takes the cake is its weight. This behemoth tips the scales at around 34 tons, equivalent to 7 African elephants combined. To get moving, Bigfoot calls upon 2 Duramax diesel engines with transmissions galore and a chain-driven drop box thicker than a typical pickup truck. Talk about brute force. And if that's not enough, it's also equipped with an epic battleship horn and 12 super long travel shocks, each stretching 75 meters. Yeah, this truck is one serious marvel of human ingenuity. Get ready for a story like no other. Meet Hamad bin Hamdan Al Nahyan, also known as Rainbow Chick. This super rich guy from Abu Dhabi had an extravagant taste in cars and a penchant for going big or going home. He took it to the next level with his supersized Dodge Power Wagon replica. Inspired by Abu Dhabi's 1950s oil boom era, he decided to make it huge. We're talking 64 times bigger than the original. Each part of this massive vehicle was reimagined and resized, resulting in a truck that weighs a staggering over 50 tons. Yes, you heard that right, 50 tons. But wait, there's more. This supersized Dodge Power Wagon isn't just about being massive, it's also a luxury villa on wheels. Can you believe it? It comes fully equipped with 4 air-conditioned bedrooms, a full-sized kitchen, several bathrooms, and even a lounge area. And get this, the tailgate can transform into an outdoor patio. giving you breathtaking views of the Abu Dhabi desert as you cruise through the sand dunes. This one-of-a-kind vehicle is truly fit for royalty. Coming in at number 5, we've got a real showstopper, the Panzer-Wehrmaß or Mouse tank. This behemoth of a vehicle might be over 80 years old, but it's still sending shockwaves through the military history community. If this monstrous machine had made it to production, it would have easily set the record for the world's largest tank, and we're talking Haji here. Design work was finalized in 1944, with 5 of these Leviathans ordered, but only 2 hulls were completed before the war ended. The advancing Soviet forces shut down testing plans, leaving us to imagine what could have been. This thing would have been absolutely bonkers. This mechanical giant was built with a single mission: to blast through enemy fortifications like they were paper targets. Check out these stats. The MAS prototype stretched an incredible 10.2 meters long, 3.7 meters wide, and stood at 3.6 meters tall, tipping the scales at a whopping 188 tons. Its main gun was a beastly 128 Wh cannon, strong enough to take down any Allied armor in its path. But here's where things got tricky. The MAS's sheer size made it a logistical nightmare to design an engine and drivetrain that could move this monster without getting bogged down. The Germans eventually nailed it, but it was too little, too late. Their unwieldy creation was scrapped by the victorious powers after the war ended. Let's talk about Will Smith's wild ride, literally. Meet the Heat, the jaw-dropping 0.5 million motorhome that's a whopping 1,200 square feet in size, making it the largest RV on the planet. This opulent beast was custom-built by Anderson Mobile Estates and is basically a home away from home for Will while he's working on set. With space to spare, the Heat packs in every luxury imaginable. We're talking private bedrooms, gourmet kitchens, and probably even a mini-movie theater. Smith spared no expense, and it shows in this one-of-a-kind rolling mansion that lets him live large wherever his next big project takes him. Get ready to geek out over Will Smith's insane motorhome, the Heat. This 0.5 million beast is truly fit for a Hollywood superstar, boasting some seriously futuristic features like a TV-enabled makeup mirror, an out-of-this-world 5,000 bathroom with auto-shading windows, and even Star Trek-inspired swooshing doors that'll make you feel like you're in a sci-fi movie. The first floor's got it all: gourmet kitchen, office spaces, and even an automated second floor with TVs, shades, and a business lounge. But here's the coolest part. When Will isn't using this mobile mansion, he rents it out for a reasonable $1,000 per week, making luxury living more accessible than you'd think. And just to put things into perspective, the Heat is hauled around by a semi-tractor. Talk about taking it to next level. Hold on to your seats, folks. Let's talk about the Belaz 750-710, the largest dump truck on the planet that'll leave you speechless. This Belarusian beast measures a whopping 20 meters long and 8.2 meters high, making it longer than 2 double-decker buses and taller than 1.5 giraffes. It's so massive that it can carry an astonishing 450 tons of material. That's equivalent to lifting about 75 fully grown African elephants at once. Built specifically for Russian mining companies in 2014, this powerhouse truck is powered by not one, but 2 16-cylinder diesel engines driving 4 electric motors. To put its strength into perspective, it has 8 wheels instead of the usual 6, giving it the extra oomph needed to tackle even the toughest tasks. The Belaz 750-710 is truly a force to be reckoned with, and it's clear that size really does matter in this case. Here's the rewritten paragraph. Now, let's talk numbers. This beast packs an incredible punch. The Belaz 750-710's engines generate a staggering peak torque that's about 24 times more powerful than a Formula One car. Yeah, you read that right. And despite its massive size, It can squeeze into tight spaces thanks to its relatively short turning radius of just 20 meters. But with such incredible power comes some serious drawbacks. This monster guzzles an estimated 1,300 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers, and buying one will set you back a cool $1 million. However, for large mining companies, the benefits far outweigh the costs. With the Balaz 750, 710 on the job, they can haul massive loads of 450 tons at a time, making it an unbeatable investment in their operations. Get ready to meet the king of heavy machinery, Big Muskie. Weighing an astonishing 12,200 tons, this behemoth stands almost as tall as 22 stories and dwarfs everything in its path. Its colossal size required a record-breaking shipment of 340 rail cars and 260 trucks carrying all its massive parts to the factory. Once assembled over 200,000 man-hours later, equivalent to about $176 million today, Big Muskie was ready to roll out of Bucyrus Ares' workshop. This gargantuan machine measures an insane 148 meters long, 46 meters wide, and 68 meters tall, cementing its title as the largest vehicle ever built. Fasten your seatbelts, folks, because we're about to dive into Big Muskie's epic journey. In 1969, this mechanical titan joined forces with Central Ohio Coal Company, taking on a massive task, excavating 110,000 acres of land for coal. Equipped with an enormous 170 cubic meter bucket, roughly the size of 2 Greyhound buses side by side, Big Muskie was the ultimate digger. Its powerful walker feet, driven by 28 mighty electric motors pumping out over 18,750 horsepower, allowed it to move mountains. Literally, this energy consumption is equivalent to powering a whopping 27,000 homes. But Big Muskie didn't let that slow her down. Over its 22-year career, she moved twice the earth excavated during the Panama Canal's construction and uncovered an astonishing 20 million tons of Ohio brown coal. Let's switch gears for a moment and talk about two vastly different machines: Big Muskie, our coal-digging giant, and the monstrous Gustav gun from World War II. While Big Muskie was retiring due to declining coal use by 1991, Adolf Hitler's engineers were pushing innovation with their behemoth of a weapon. The Gustav gun, launched in 1941, this gigantic artillery piece stood 11 meters tall and boasted an astonishing 32-meter-long barrel, weighing an incredible 1,300 tons. Capable of unleashing massive rounds every 30 to 45 minutes from up to 47 kilometers away. The Gustav gun was a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield. Now that we've explored the Gustav gun's mind-blowing firepower and battlefield impact, let's weigh its pros and cons. It was a game-changer when firing those massive 4.5-ton explosive rounds or 6-ton armor-piercing projectiles. Its effectiveness was proven during the intense siege of Sevastopol against the Soviet Union. But despite this impressive performance, the Gustav gun's sheer size and logistical challenges made it far too impractical for widespread use in combat situations, highlighting the delicate balance between technological advancements and real-world practicality. The Gustav gun's grandeur came with a hefty price tag and some serious logistical headaches. This behemoth required an enormous crew of up to 2,500 people just to move it around using specially designed tracks that spanned 2 entire railway lines. Talk about a slow and laborious process. Not only was it a giant sitting duck for enemy bombers, but defending it from the air demanded another massive force of at least 2,000 soldiers constantly on high alert. The Gustav gun's outrageous resource consumption sealed its fate as an impractical